What is up, guys? My name's Stephanie. I want to say thank you for viewing this video today. If you have iPhone, my podcast is on. Episode 2 is already up. I just put it up right now. I'm doing the video now for the YouTubers, for the people who have Androids. I just checked Spotify. It's not up yet. I don't know why it's taking a little bit longer. So, also, if you have Android, you could always go on Spotify. But I guess it's going to take a little bit longer than what it does for iTunes. So I'm going to be making YouTube videos as well, just in case. I just finished doing the podcast for... I just finished doing the podcast. This is still a little awkward for me, but, you know, we're going to get there. We're going to get to that comfortable spot. Talking about comfortable, I'm going to speak a little bit more about myself and why I'm doing this and what got me into my depressions, because I want y'all to know that you're not alone, that it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to accept the fact that you're not okay, and also just to realize it's okay to talk about it. And that's the number one thing I'm going to talk about here too, as well, is that I was so depressed, right? And it was mainly because I didn't feel like I could talk about it. First off, I don't want to pay no stranger to listen to my shit. I don't want to pay. That's a problem. I don't want to pay. And why talk about it when you have friends, right? But then at the end of the day, those friends, they don't check up on you like that. You know, they don't just sit there and be like, hey, are you good? Do you want to talk? So that's what I'm here for. I'm here to be that person for you to be like, are you good? Do you want to talk? But if you do want to talk, if you do want to communicate, you could always send me an email. I don't know if it's on here, but it's my first name, Stephanie _Pinilla, PINILLA @yahoo.com. So shoot me an email, or you can follow my Instagram, NewYorrican93. Send me a DM, and we could talk. Listen, I'm still a work in progress, and I'm not sitting here saying like, oh, I'm perfect, I'm an angel. No, but God did send me here. You know what I'm saying? He put me on the path that I'm on right now, and I'm just trying to help. That's it. You know. I don't know why I snapped my tongue like that. Anyways, so a little bit about me. This episode is gonna be called "I Made My Bed," and it's basically about how I made my bed, not in the physical sense of, you know, I did my bed and, you know, things started falling into place for me. No, I made my bed and I don't want to sleep in it. I don't want to sleep in it is a part where I'm literally saying I put myself in that depression, and I don't want to be there anymore. And that's why I'm doing these things. That's why I'm taking the initiative, the steps to better myself, and it's been working. The person that I've been lately compared to who I have been years ago, well, I don't want to say years ago because I just started working on myself a few months ago, but who I am now compared to who I was, completely different person, completely different vibe, completely different vocabulary. I do still cuss though, that's always gonna be a for sure thing, but it's a complete difference, and I feel alive. I feel like I finally have a purpose, and I feel like I finally found something within myself that I thought I could never find. And I know when I was depressed, I felt like I would never be anything. Subconsciously, I would always tell myself, I'm not shit, I'm not worthy. You know, it's a lot of self-disrespect because there was no self-love, you know. But anyways, we'll get to that. I'm not going to get into complete detail of everything. I'm not going to be completely specific. I'm just going to summarize things. I used to live up north, and I moved down here in the beginning of high school. So I really didn't have... I was going into high school with no friends over here. So that sparked up anxiety for me. And I remember not being able to breathe and not being able to comprehend a lot of stuff. I was constantly pacing back and forth, thinking, what if I don't fit in? What if they don't like me? What if they judge me for my Jordans because I'm from up north and I'm a girl? And what if they, you know, all these things that came into a place about them and not about me. I'm gonna be happy. Am I gonna be happy? Like, none of those thoughts came to me about myself, about how I'm gonna feel. It was always about what the next person was gonna think about me, and it shouldn't be like that. And that's exactly why I'm glad you're here, and exactly why I'm here is to help you, to show you that it's not supposed to be like that. Fuck them. Stop putting them first and put you first. But we're gonna get to that later on. So like I said, that sparked up anxiety a lot for me, which then led to depression, because I went through a lot in high school, and it wasn't the easiest thing, and I think the high school part is what also led to the depression, the dark days, which then led to me being hurt, which then led to hurting people. So that phrase, hurt people, shit is real life. It is real life. Hurt people really do hurt people. And when I was hurt, my motto was, well, if I'm gonna get them, I don't remember how it was, but if I'm gonna get hurt, I'm gonna hurt you 20 times more. So I don't care if she did it to me, but if you're the next one online, guess what? Whatever pace she calls me, you gonna feel it 30 times more. And that's not fair. It's not fair to you. It's not fair to the person after you, especially if they're a wholehearted person trying to help you out, and then you break them. And now it's just a cycle. Hurt people. So now they're gonna hurt the next person. Anyways, that was actually good. I should have put that one in the podcast. But yeah, so high school wasn't easy. It made me hurt a lot, and I cried myself to sleep every night. I was constantly telling myself that I was a piece of shit. I was never gonna amount to shit. I was never gonna be shit, and I'm not worthy of love. I'm not worthy of anything. I'm not worthy of anything. I went through so many jobs. I went through so many friendships. I went through so many relationships because I wasn't right in the head. There's been so many times where I would sleep till about 5 minutes of me clocking in, knowing damn well I live 20 minutes away from work. Calling in late all the time or calling off all the time because I just need a mental health day. But reality is I was either drinking, smoking, or in bed sleeping, being depressed. To then wake up at night and cry the entire night because I hated myself. I talked so much shit, and that's the worst. And when they say you are your worst enemy, they are not lying. You are literally your own worst enemy. Because at the end of the day, words do hurt. But if I sit here and tell you something that might hurt your feelings for a little bit, it's gonna hurt. It's definitely gonna hurt. But at the end of the day, you could think about it, you can replay it all you want. But then when you start telling yourself that, and you say, yay, you know what, this person said I'm not worth this. Damn, they're right. I'm not worth this. So then you start saying it to yourself. That's when you're in deep. That's when you're in deep, and this is where I'm trying to sit here and tell you, you can be as deep as you want to be. You could be fucking 15 feet deep into this depression, but guess what? You could still get the fuck out of it. At the end of the day, they make ladders long enough so you can climb the fuck out of it. It's gonna take work. It's gonna take hella work, but you got this. Alright, I'm here to be that positive voice in your head and be like, fuck that subconscious, you got this, we're gonna pull through this, and we're gonna get through this. So that's what these videos and podcasts are gonna be about. But yeah, so high school was just like a huge downer for me, and then it just kind of escalated within that, and I became suicidal. I had a few moments. I attempted a few times, and that was rough. That was definitely not the best time of my life. But one thing I gotta say is, being depressed and feeling the way you feel, crying yourself to sleep, talking shit about yourself, being your biggest hype man on feeling like shit is the worst feeling ever. And it's gonna take time to change you, but you're gonna get through it. And the first step I ever did was definitely, now I'm talking literally, I made my bed. Like, one day I got up and I just made my bed. And the crazy part about that is you do it and you feel accomplished. Alright, because you talk so much shit about yourself, how you're not worthy, how you can't do this and you won't do this and you can never be this. But when you do something so small, when you feel that small, and you accomplish something so small, feeling that small, you feel like you could conquer the world at that moment. Now, don't get me wrong though, after you do that and after you feel like you conquer your world, the day goes good, but then you go back home and you're stuck in your thoughts again because you're alone. Or you think you're alone. And then you get stuck in your head and you cry yourself to sleep. And then you realize, damn, making that bed didn't do shit. And you know what? It didn't do shit. But it made you feel accomplished for a second. It made you realize, I can do this. I'm going to get through this. Even if it was just for a second. What I'm trying to get at here is that even though it's just for that little moment, if you keep doing it, and I'm not saying do it every day, because at the same time, I didn't do it every day. I did it that one day, fell right back into depression that same night, didn't try to make my bed again for another 2-3 weeks, maybe even 2-3 months. It's a process. It's a hard process, but it's a process. And the minute you get one foot in, even though it takes months, years, you could get another foot stepping in, and you keep on. That's how you do it. You gotta crawl before you walk, right? So put that left knee in before you put the right knee in, and you will get through it. But that's what I did. I made my bed, and I'm realizing I'm kind of like getting off topic and getting more to the motivational side versus what put me into that depression. But that's what I did. I made my bed, and it took me a while. It took me years. Sorry, I dropped my headpiece, but it took me years. It took me a long time to get to that point, to get that routine of making my bed. And another thing is social media. Feeling depressed and sad the way I felt, social media was like my worst enemy, but yet my best friend. My worst enemy in the sense of I see people that I went to high school with that they weren't popular, or they were just that regular nerd in school, or they were the quiet ones, and yet now they're an athlete, they're self-motivation people, they're famous, they're dating someone famous, they got a beautiful house, they're doing all these things, they're traveling, and that makes you your worst enemy because you're already feeling low about yourself. So you're already feeling low about yourself. Sorry, I had to get a water break. It's too hot, and yeah, I decided to wear a sweater. But yeah, and social media is just your worst enemy because you start feeling low about yourself, and you've seen everybody out there doing their thing, and it makes you wonder, like, damn, I went to high school with this person. I'm the same age as this person, and they're traveling. What am I doing? All I'm doing is crying myself to sleep and then clocking into work 15-20 minutes late, or not even going into work. I got all these things piled up. I'm messed up in my head. Nobody loves me. I don't even love myself. And it's like, you envy them. But then social media is also your best friend, because when you're down, what do? You just scroll because you have nobody. You feel like you have nobody to talk to. You feel like you don't have friends. You feel like you don't have family members to be around. You're so clouded with your own thoughts that you forget that there's life out there. You forget that there are people out there that you could connect with, that you could talk to. But you decide to just scroll on social media, cry yourself to sleep, eat your feelings away, and stay depressed. Like, I don't know why I'm saying that, but that's what we do when you're depressed like that. And it's not fair. It's not fair for you. It's not fair. It's just not fair. And that's why I'm here, because I've been there. I've done that. Getting out of it, and I want to help you get out of it. So there's a little insight on me and what led me to depression and anxiety, and what I'm doing to help overcome this. So these videos are going to be about that. And if you guys have any questions, have any comments, you can always email me at my I don't know if the information is on the bottom of the YouTube thing, but my email is Stephanie_Pinella@yahoo.com, or you can add my Instagram at NewYorican93 and just DM me, message me, give me topics to talk about. If you want insight on things, on how to deal with certain things, talk to me. I am here for you guys, okay? We got this, and we'll pull through this together. So I hope you guys have a blessed day. Thank you again for subscribing, and also for watching. I appreciate the people who are watching just to watch it, to support me, and I also thank the people who are taking the initiative to take that step to get better, because we're gonna get through this. All right, y'all, have a good one.